PNP tone, not going to agree, but majority stand.
Majority didn't vote for the government, nephew.
I agree with you in a sense that we never have more, but more out of the numbers.
Majority of who voted for the government.
Those who didn't vote, they get the opportunity to vote and
Yes.
they choose not to.
Yes.
So you cannot blame the government for that.
No, I'm not blaming them, but let me take our
Right.
next call now.
All right, sir. We talk again.
Blessings. Mr. Colin speaking. Good evening and welcome.
Yes,
While we're
sir.
having
How are you, sir?
we're
How
having
are
a little internet problem around here, but I think we have
yeah,
sorted. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm just listening and I can't
Yeah,
really get the fullness. Yeah.
but we are back. We are back.
All right.
Talk to
I am
me.
not back. I am not back. The device I'm communicating with you on, I'm not sure it will be able to sustain a very clear and cogent conversation. But I'll let it be what it be until.
Yeah, man. We are hearing you crystal clear right now.
All right, clear. Yes. Colin, I don't know if you are not sufficiently pleased, yeah, or convinced, yeah, about the an instruction. Well, it's a recommendation that would have been imparted to you ad nauseum. That it's a vain thing to put your trust in artists, you know. Neither, you know, you should not cast your pearl before the swine. Yeah.
Or you shouldn't give what is holy
to
the dogs. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't know that you're sufficiently convinced, because from time to time I hear you volunteering your jewels. I know.
I want to see this country grow so bad, you see, my brother. I want to see this country do well so bad till I am willing to try with those who are in power. Let me use that. Let me say that.
Hear this, Colin. Hear this. I'm going from an agricultural perspective, yeah?
Yeah.
If you want your ground to grow in a fertile and a prosperous way,
yes,
it has to be decontaminated.
Yes.
It has to be fumigated and sterilized.
Yes.
You have to weed out the bad value weeds. Is not up. It is too acidic. It is too contaminated. The ground. So it don't matter what you plant in it, you know, brother. You're not going to get, the reproduction that is necessary, to sustain any kind of growth and development. And if you do get growth out of it, it's going to be stunted growth. Yeah.
Talk to me.
So, if you get what I'm talking about,
I am listening.
It will, Colin, it will not happen. You may believe that I am pessimistic, you know, but if I am pessimistic and I'm contributing nothing to the development profile of this country, you know, it's not because I am pessimistic or I lack the ability and the capacity, to be forward thinking. Yeah? No. I am very analytic about the past, the present, and that will contribute to the future. No, philosophically, you know, this setup cannot and will not be able to generate anything called growth or development in this country. If it could have happened, we have had about 13 years from 2007 until now, How many years that? Take out the 4 years. Take out 4 years that and see how much we are.
From 2007
till
now
and
take
18
out 4 years
out of that. Take out the 4 years out. So we have
14
years.
Yes.
And within that period of time, because remember the 4 years that we have taken on would have been devoted to decontaminate, and to provide the fertility in the soil so that we can start to grow. Yeah?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah. So we are back to square one, and we have gone far beyond the 4 years that we would have decontaminated it. So we have gone back to square one and have gone 100% on that. So what that means? It means that there is no intention in order to do that which is necessary to give us the result that is needed and necessary. Yeah, there's nothing that is done in education. Yeah, there is nothing that is done in health. There's nothing that is done in order to get the emotional output that we need and the psychological stability and sturdity. Yeah, we have a far way to go, brother. We have a far. This place. Don't just think that it is about economics, Yeah, it is about the social enterprise. Will have to be addressed suddenly because our people are lost. Our people are deprived and depraved, and our people have been contaminated sufficiently. Yeah.
So you don't believe nothing can help this to grow right now?
Nothing. There's the only thing that can be done is to decontaminate, fumigate, and sterilize the ground. Yeah.
But majority of the people who vote don't think so.
No, it's not the majority of the people who vote. Yeah, we do not have currently a system that gives people the unfettered opportunity to exercise their rights. They have been disenfranchised. Yeah, they have been intimidated. They have been deprived. Yes, of that opportunity. So we can't have a contaminated system.
What happened to the 60% of Jamaicans who are eligible to vote but sat at home and did not vote? I saw a little girl on the internet this morning. I don't know why you try to talk politics and you don't understand it. She looked at the shadow cabinet and she said, she don't understand this shadow cabinet are going to cost $1 billion in salary. And she don't even know that the shadow cabinet is not paid.
Yeah,
it will cost the country nothing. A man will tell you that politics not do nothing for him now vote.
Yeah. But this is a part of the deliberate strategy, and the deliberate policy. That policy, yeah.
Talk
to deprive people of education.
But mystical again. Yeah. I have a challenge you because most of the people who don't vote are those who claim that they are educated.
Yeah, man, they claim that they are educated, But you know what is eventually going to happen, Colin? And let me preface it by saying this: if I were in government and if I had political power, yeah. You know that I would pay no attention to that class. I would, listen to me, I would go to the class. I can understand. I agree. Listen to me now. I agree with Warminton, and I shouldn't agree with him. The man say, if you not vote, you not have no
talk. Don't come to him if you not vote.
The man say, if you not vote, you don't have no talk. And if there's one time in my life, I believe, according to this dispensation, of politics in this country, when people exempt them, and they are the real culprits,
That is my point.
They are the real culprits, because they have left the so-called government to keep on depriving the bottom of an opportunity to elevate themselves so that they can really make a difference in this country. Yeah? But as I am saying, if I were the government, I would pay all the attention I have in the world to deal with them.
You think?
And I would pay zero to those
you think there should be legislative
from being a part of the process.
You think there should be legislative changes to ensure that all Jamaicans who are eligible to vote? I am not going that far, because I think one's consciousness, and one's so-called education, should have enabled them, to have a certain level of consciousness. But I believe that they are deprived of all the necessary information from school. So we don't have the kind of education, that gives people a sturdity of knowledge, so they have a worldview
of what it takes to elevate themselves. Because remember, how we come around here and what we have been forced to accept. And many of us are speaking above that condition.
Hold on there, Mr. Colin. Hold on there. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Caribbean Radio 97.9 HD4.
Good evening, Colin. How are you doing?
Hold on, Junior. Let me finish talk to Mystical and I'll come back to you. Hold the line.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Mystical, continue.
Yeah, man. Because of 70, listen, we have had the opportunity because of 72 to 80, you get what I say to you.
Yeah.
That 8 years there, the most valuable contribution to education and awareness to give us a worldview of politics and history and self. Yeah? From 72 to 80. People are dismissed it, But if they had the ability to analyze the contribution, that period of history in politics would have contributed to this country. And that is why people from that era are the ones who are carrying the struggle.
Yes.
And they know that anytime they get to eliminate that class and body of people, we are in not only a conundrum, but we're in a deep hole that we'll never be able to climb out of because they are strategically and technically and sensitivity. Yeah. Make sure that they don't contribute to a process that will give people the kind of knowledge that will enable them to insert themselves in the process to give us an outcome, yeah? That is sensible, historical, cultural, yeah? Productive, you name it.
My brother.
Yeah? So them people are scientific, brother.
We have some work to do.
Before I go, let me just say this. I must offer my congratulations to Rosemary Shaw.
Yes.
And Isaac Buchanan. Yeah?
Yes.
These two constituencies above all constituencies in Jamaica mean much to me, and Yeah?
Yes.
And you too.
And
yeah?
I,
and
definitely.
The history and the culture
yes.
that we share.
Yes.
Blessed.
One love. Mystically speaking. Junior.
Yeah, man. How are you doing?
I am here taking my work seriously because we have work to do. We need to educate our people that they need to participate in the process of choosing leaders for this country. But go ahead with what you call me about.
All right. The first thing, you're talking about growth, right?
Yes, growth.
You
Economical
cannot throw
growth.
seeds on concrete,
Tell her! Well, it's the same thing Mystical is saying that the soil is not free of toxic chemical and waste, so nothing going to grow.
Yeah. The other thing I want to touch on, the police activity with the 200 odd deaths.
230 odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember in the 80s, we had a police commissioner by the name of Joe Williams?
I remember Joe Williams, yes.
You remember the eradication squad?
Yes, remember eradication squad.
We're looking at the same thing now.
You have to run. When eradication come, you have to run. Yeah.
So what we're looking at now is basically the same squad with a new name, a new prime minister, doing the same thing over and over.
Junior, I believe that somebody has given the police directive to unalive people, ask questions after. I mean, the Minister of Security, National Security, the President wanted to say it one time,
Yeah, he said it. And if you listen to the new quotation by the Commissioner of Police, you realize exactly say him get proper directive from up top.
What is his new quotation?
Him say categorically that nobody must ask him any question, them do what they want to do.
Tell her!
You know, I hear about no body camera. Them do them own face.
Well, guess what? Let me tell you this, Junior, and I agree with him. And I'll tell you why I agree with him. Then, of course, all of that was on the table. We were calling for body camera before the election. a non-government organization went out there to protest for the use of body camera. The government went out and protest against that.
All right, cool.
So all this was on the table going into the election. Yeah? And the people decide that, listen, we want more. We want more of what is happening.
The other thing to Colin, I say we are Dr. Dixon that ran in Florida is under pressure.
Yes.
Everything job.
Yes.
And I want to ask a question. How can Brutus Duncan be getting government funds 3 times every week? Remember, you know, the Bank of Jamaica intervene in the market 3 times per week.
Oh, yes.
And his bank is one of the banks that is getting the money.
Tell her.
How that? And he's our senator.
Bam, bam. What a bam, 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 dilang, bang, bang. Bam, bam, dilang, bam, bam. What a bam, bam.
The other thing I remember now.
Well, on, don't trouble no man. But if you trouble this man, it will bring a bam, bam. What else, Junior?
You remember Scrappy?
Oh, you mean the man that used to head the electoral office of Jamaica?
Thank you.
Tell her, Scrappy.
That man left from EOJ, you know.
Yes.
And he went and run on a Jamaica Labour Party ticket. You know.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And we left from there when him lose and was head of customs, you know.
Yes. And let through the scrap metal when there was a ban.
I remember, you know, that when them had Arbin Hill wrecking the sugar industry, you know. It was a scrap metal selling the whole metal from the sugar industry, you know.
Well, a man
piece of metal, you know.
A man called me Saturday and asked me what happened to all those plows that was on the sugar estate. Somebody cut them up and sell all of them for scrap metal.
They went to scrap metal, scrap yard.
Yes. But
so
Junior,
I wonder.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I wonder how come now that Dr. Dixon under so much pressure, because you look here, we have a country where the health system is in problem. And you know go and put a doctor on interdiction?
Because him running at the election. What does the law says about that though, Junior? I know teachers can run. I think if you're a police, you have to resign to run. But I don't know what it says about doctors working in the public sector. I have to check that out. I have to check it.
Yeah, but even if there is some discrepancy, there are people in the Labour Party who were working in the public sector, in the civil service that ran the election 2016, you know.
Who that again? I don't remember who that.
Down at Central Manchester. She was with Heart, you know.
She was working with Heart, but when... Hey,
There was Nigel Clark.
I never stretch out me and I beg a dollar. Me just say, tell her.
Where was Nigel Clark before him run?
Nigel Clark, where him did that before him run? Him did that work with...
National Housing Trust.
He was on the board or he was working with the trust?
Well, if you're on the board, what does that mean?
If you're on the board, you're a political appointee. So the board is political appointed, so they are not really civil servant.
Right, but the point is that if you look at it, or you can do it for one, you can do it for the other.
Well, we're going to do some research on Dr. Dixon, and I don't know if you remember, we have interviewed Dr. Dixon right here before. So we have him number, we're going to call him, we're going to find out what it is happening. But one thing I know about this administration, if you go up against them, you're going to get political victimization.
Right. So when Gladstone Brown resigned from EOJ, in going to Central St. Catherine,
What? Tell her. Central St. Catherine is who in that seat now.
Babsy,
And you are saying to me,
he's going to get a safe seat.
if when Glasspool Junior, where you come from this evening?
We ask that question.
You are saying, you are asking me if when the public, if when the director of election resign, if him going to Central St. Catherine,
let me not ask you.
the man not going on the man not involved. The man not have no political party preference. He not going to politics. Tell her.
Oh, scrappy they go Central Manchester.
Da da dee, da da do.
You see why the electoral office cannot be the office of the Prime Minister?
That is something that now is the time, Junior, that we have to advocate for the electoral office to be an independent body.
You see tomorrow when you're interviewing my brethren,
yeah,
tell him personally.
Yes.
Say him friend in St. James.
Yes.
I beg him.
Yes.
To help me. When we can't live to see the day when we get the electoral office outside the office of the Prime Minister.
We have to work on that. That have to happen.
Let me tell you something, Colin, before we go away.
Yeah.
If the electoral office stay in the office of the Prime Minister, dog, yam democracy in Jamaica. I remember before I go, Adolf Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany in 1932 by the ballot.
By the ballot.
The dictator was created by the ballot. 1932, when Adolf Hitler took over Germany, he won by the ballot.
Yes. Yes.
So let's mark that.
I wonder if the people understand what you're saying, Junior. That they put the dictator in place.
Yes.
Thank you, my brother.
We talk.
Blessings.
US dollars in beef offals. That's like the liver and the kidney. Beef trimmings is 16 million US. And then rice is 84 million US dollars. And so you might be asking, Lisa, why do you import so much US dollars worth of animal and rice? Well, it's simply because Jamaicans cannot afford to buy chicken, beef, or fish for their families. So they must resort to the parts of the animals, the cuts and the trimmings.
Lisa Anna, very interesting observation she's making. Lisa is saying, while lobster is imported in Jamaica at 40% duty, but chicken is imported in Jamaica at 250% duty, is something that we need to start look at. Yeah, caller, go ahead.
Yes, my boss.
Yeah, man, your call back. Talk to me.
The speaker, she's under investigation to charge.
Which speaker?
She's now for a step down.
Which speaker?
Our speaker.
Me don't know if she under an investigation yet. Where you get that from?
When I hear say four report go on and she one of them were charged.
All right. 4 report has been laid before the Parliament. Parliament did not have an official sitting today. So those reports were not laid on the table, were not open. So we expect next week, Tuesday. But let me tell you what I think. I don't think the speaker is in it. And let me tell you why. All of them have been addressed to the Speaker of the House, the Clerk of the House, and the President of the Senate. You remember when the one for the Prime Minister came, it was not sent to Juliet Olney, Speaker of the House, it was sent to the Deputy Speaker.
Okay.
So if it's sent to her, it means she's not involved. So I don't think this time. All right,
so the police them talk about the body camera.
Listen, I am saying this to you. Somebody in policy making position has given the police a directive to do what the police doing. I put up a post on Portland Spice TV that says no body camera for Jamaican police. And I'm going to find it and I'm going to play it for you this evening. Simon Crosskill give the chronology of all of these arguments and promises about body camera. The body camera was on the table on the 3rd of September. Majority of who voted said that they don't want a body camera. So stop giving yourself trouble. Little more.
The prime minister make a speech, when time the crime level I go up,
Yeah.
And the prime minister, and they make a speech one at a time say when the crime rate I go up,
Yeah.
like he get to him head and myself for him alone,
But
I make the judge,
Yeah, but whole heap of people don't remember say the prime minister did go over Portmore and ball, farm ball, Say crime is a minefield, A whole heap of people don't remember that, Then talk about Peter Bunting, say we are going to need divine intervention. Andrew Holness did go over Portmore, our prayer breakfast or something, and ball, farm ball. Say crime is a minefield. We don't never remember that.
Yeah, man, he get to him, man. That's why I'm setting up a president and how to analyze them.
Somebody has given the police a directive, but they can next call you, my brother.
All right.
One love. Somebody has given the police the directive to do what they're doing.
Yes.
Ed boy.
How you doing, brother?
Me there, man. Long time when I hear from you, What is going on?
Boy, long time. Long time.
What is
I want to pick up where you left off. Right?
Talk to me.
We shouldn't be having any discussion now about anybody one camera.
No, not at all.
Right?
Not at all.
We shouldn't. That was something that was offered on the table on September the 3rd.
Yes,
Yeah?
those who voted for the GLP and those who did not vote for them all agreed to continue what is going on.
Right? But I am saying from a point of view, this body camera situation is becoming like the used car vehicles. Yeah? Because every minute the argument change in terms of delivery time and usage and one need for, so you can buy sitting without the backup to store them.
But my brother, I don't know if you have seen or remember all the arguments coming out of body camera,
Yes, man. I listened to Simon Crosskill's chronology.
And I don't know how many of my listeners heard it. And I really want to play it for them, I want to play it for them, Ed boy. Hold the line for me, Ed boy, because I'm going to find it. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, question. I want to know what is the status between Paul Buchanan and the Andrews?
It is in the courts.
Oh, okay. I was trying to get some information and I couldn't get any.
It is in the courts. I don't remember if there's a date. I don't know if Ed boy remember the date, but it has been filed. It is in the court, and a hearing will happen soon.
Oh, so after the hearing, what happened?
Well, it depends on what happened in the hearing. There will be a trial. So it depends on what happened.
Oh.
So that one is not over.
Oh, and there's another thing I'd like to say before I go.
What's that?
I don't think no one should challenge Mark Golding, make him just remain be the president for the next 5 years. If they lose, then that you can, somebody's can take over. But I don't think they should challenge him anytime.
That's your opinion. All right. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ed boy. Ed boy. Hold the line for me, head boy. Hold
The
on.
JCF High Command
Hold on.
described the September 15th fatal.
Hold on, Simon. All right, here we go.
Leadership of the Jamaica Constabulary Force has reiterated its position with regard to every encounter that results in a fatality as unfortunate and promised 1,000 body-worn cameras should be in the island shortly. At the same time, the JCF High Command described the September 15 fatal shooting of Jamar Farquharson at Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon as most unfortunate. I want to make reference based on what they're saying there. June 5, 2020. So that's over 5 years ago, almost virtually 5.5. The Jamaica Constabulary Force is engaged in the procurement process to acquire body-worn cameras for its members as it continues to ensure transparency, professionalism in interactions involving members of the public. Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson said the procurement process began May 2019. However, there was a delay in receiving a response from potential providers during the bidding process. So that's 2020. April 25, 2023. Another 1,000 body-worn cameras will be procured for members of the JCF during this fiscal year. Making his contribution to the 23-24 sectoral debate in the House, Minister of National Security Horace Chang informed that 400 cameras have been deployed. In September 2024, so a year ago, a $7 billion tech upgrade has paved the way for the effective use of body cams. So says Commissioner Blake at a meeting of the Mobay Chamber of Commerce. November 2024, Ralston. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has affirmed that government's firm resolve in deploying body-worn cameras across the JCF. He says the cameras will be used as a core tool for, hear the buzz phrase again, accountability and transparency in the force. We are now 2025 September, and we are being told that 1,000 cameras will reach.
If you so desire to hear the remainder of that dialogue, Portland Spice TV at YouTube have it. Go on and check it out. Ed boy.
Hey, brother.
Yes, man. Chat to me now.
Yeah, man. So you see, I tell you, so this...
hold on. Happy birthday, Carol Allen. Carol's birthday is going to be tomorrow. So we are telling you happy birthday from now, Sister Carol. And tomorrow we're going to tell you happy birthday again.
Happy birthday in advance, Sister Carol.
Yes, Ed boy.
No, brother. If you look at this situation and you see the similarities, it's like the DNA of what happened in the used car scandal.
Talk to me. Yeah.
There's a nexus, it's the same thing. We were told then that the vehicles would be delivered at this date, right? And we're now told that 1,400 was then ordered, then another 1,000 was ordered. But I know them not get the 1,000. Yeah, so what happened to the 480 order? What you say you have?
What happened to the 400 that was deployed, or we never seen pictures from any of them?
Exactly. So my issue with this situation, Shaka, and I'm not going to allow, I mean, this is a big issue, but I'm not going to allow them to distract us from the real issues.
Yes.
You know what is the real issue?
Talk to me.
Do you realize that right in our hemisphere right now, yes, that there stands the possibility that there might be a war?
Right in the Caribbean Sea.
Right in the Caribbean Sea.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
And whilst we sit and talk about other issues that are affecting Jamaica, we have to also look at what a war means in the Caribbean. So if the United States were to preemptively strike Venezuela, because they say they will possibly do a drone strike on any drug facility there.
Yeah.
If they do that, do you understand that the Caribbean would become a hot spot and it means that our projected tourist arrivals for this year would be way off.
Whoa. Head boy.
No, so that is why when some persons went to the United Nations and to connect this, when they went to the United Nations, they should have been more forceful on what CARICOM has put forward as a proposal to have the Caribbean dubbed as a zone of peace.
Yes. Yes.
We cannot afford to have our region become and let me tell you something. Let's be real. The drug trafficking and drug running in the region has become at a level where the United States is concerned.
But you know
and we have no
the question, Ed
issue.
boy. If you can spot them and fire a missile, why you can't arrest them?
And that is the point.
Are you sure that you are killing drug traffickers? How can we be sure you're not killing innocent people?
That is exactly the point that people are saying. So we're saying there is resources at the base of the United States, one of the most powerful countries in the world.
Yes.
Yes. And we are not opposed to the United States identifying drug traffickers. They have always assisted the region in doing that.
Yeah. But
and
they
the
never
region
used to
and
kill
other
them
countries
like that.
have played their part in protecting their borders as well. What we cannot have in this time is to have the region become a place where it is a hotbed. It's not good for tourism. Yeah.
War zone.
Economy. Go ahead, Shaka.
No, I say we can't allow it to become a war zone.
No, we cannot. We cannot. And whilst we discuss that, I am watching VMT situation happening now where outgoing member of parliaments believe and apparently forget what their role are. That in politics you have only there's no second place,
No, not at all.
There's only first place. So if you lose, there's a cost of losing. Now, what I'm seeing happening with in Montego Bay, particularly in South St. James, with certain people attacking, saying that they will complete the projects that they started, and even the argument in East Portland as well. I want to make it clear that a lot of what you see now is an argument that is coming from a basis of people not understanding the role and function of government. Yeah? Mm-hmm. No outgoing MP can spend a sitting MP's funds. Yeah?
Definitely not.
So make we make that clear. And no sitting MP can be so stupid to allow an outgoing MP to access their funds. Yeah?
But that would be a breach of government policy if they get the funds if they access the funds.
Absolutely. So we know the way they're going to come, Shaka. We don't have to say it just so.
No.
But we know the forms that they're going to come in. So the reality of it is, once you remain vigilant, like a Rosemary Shaw, and like what I say, Nikisha Burchell highlighting the issues, and stay on top of it. Yeah.
Well, I hear an argument that they are trying to tell Isaac that the urban center in Bryans Bay is not a government project. I have a clip to play. Because I hear, some here say, me not heard from the candidate yet. We're going to talk to him tomorrow. So we will be able to ask him that question. Because all government projects in East Portland must be taken over by the member of parliament, Comrade Isaac Okwaba Buchanan.
Let us test the argument, my brother, right? Because you have to weigh an argument. If it is that you have a scenario where in St. Thomas Eastern, the same project is being done, and it's the same people doing the project.
It's not Eastern, it's St. Thomas Western, the urban center.
St. Thomas Western,
Yes.
St. Thomas Western, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same people doing the project, right? All it is now that, and it was dubbed a PPP, a private public partner.
But that's what we know it is. Yes.
Right? So if it is a PPP, it means that ultimately, when it comes on to the contractors and liaison officers and even flag bearer and down to the man who sweep the ground. Yeah?
Yes.
The sitting representative would have some say as to send the names to the potential contractor.
I heard Littleton Shirley said that he's sure that the then MP and Mary Vaz have a whole heap of people to take the work them. Well, she's no longer the MP. So the present MP, Isaac Buchanan, must have a whole heap of people to take the work them.
Yes. And so the same would imply here.
All right, sir.
So all I'm saying, brother, let me tell them this. You will not bully anybody in East Portland. On the days of trying to bully people is over. I want to now go do it at South St. James. I want to now go do it at Eastern St. Thomas.
Before
the truth be told is... Go ahead, brother.
No, man, finish your thought.
The truth be told is we have three new MPs who know their roles, know their functions, and they will stand up against you. And by the way, it's 3 giant slayer then.
It's not true. It's not 3 new MP we have. It's 4 new MP we have. One of the seats isn't new, but the MP is new.
Oh. No, I was referring to Isaac Buchanan, Nitisha Burchell, and Rosemary Shaw.
So what happened to Omar Newell?
So piece of the... Oh, no, that's from Region 2. Yes.
Of course.
And Omar Newell.
Yes.
And Chris Brown.
But before you go, Ed Boy, somebody's asking a critical question here. What is Andrew's stand on those international situation as the head of CARICOM? What is he really doing or saying?
Really and truly, remember now, you have a trust issue in diplomacy, right?
Yeah.
All diplomacy is built on one major thing. It's built on trust.
Yes.
Yeah. And currently now there's a mistrust of him in CARICOM. You realize there were very few people from CARICOM who came and attended this swearing ceremony?
Yes.
As the chairman, you know, right? Even your deputy, not even your deputy come. Yeah?
That don't look good.
It should tell you the view that they have of him. And they see him as a flip-flopper. Yeah?
But he should be taking control of this situation with the developments in the Caribbean Sea, though. Shouldn't he?
Let me tell you something. As far as the East is from the West, he would not want to engage in any conversations about those activities. And I will not say much on that.
But he's the chairman of CARICOM, Ed Boy. How can he not?
But his country has been implicated as being one of the top 4.
Ed Boy, a little more. My God.
Okay, my friend.
Little more. If you're just joining us, this is the Colin Bell Show. We are live on Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4. I have a clip for you. Those who are trying to say that the urban center is not a public project and Isaac can't touch it. Tell me about this clip here. Listen to this.
It has won a temper. 4 months after its official opening, the $6 billion Morant Bay Urban Center is still not fully operational. Factories Corporation of Jamaica Chairman Littleton Shirley says clients have been given more time beyond the original 3 months to outfit their operations and work is progressing steadily. He expects several businesses to begin operating in a few months. Meanwhile, in response to criticisms from the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation that the lease rate of $10.3 million per month is too high, Mr. Shirley insists the figure is reasonable based on the investment. He also suggested the corporation could share the space with other entities to help reduce the cost. And the Factories Corporation is finalizing an agreement with China Harbor Engineering to build another urban center in Boundbrook, Portland at a cost of $4.2 billion.
Now, this news clip was yesterday. Yesterday, the 29th of September. And you hear what the last part say? I want to play it for now again.
Criticisms from the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation that the lease rate of $10.3 million per month is too high, Mr. Shirley insists the figure is reasonable based on the investment. He also suggested the corporation could share the space with other entities to help reduce
Listen this now.
And the Factories Corporation is finalizing an agreement with China Harbor Engineering to build another urban center in Boundbrook, Portland at a cost of $4.2 billion.
The Factories Corporation, a government entity, is in negotiation with China Harbor to build a new urban center at Boundbrook in Port Antonio at a cost of $4.2 billion. That same urban center, what me I tell you, say, is not needed in Port Antonio, but the government is going to build it. And if the government is going to build it, it must come under the auspices of the Member of Parliament. Yeah? So, I'm not bother with it. I'm not bother with it. And the good thing I know, Isaac Buchanan is not Linville Bloomfield. He's no pushover. And we need to sort out the East Harbor development, because that will spur growth for the Jamaican economy. When we set up the East Harbor in Port Antonio, we will be able to double the cruise ship arrivals in Jamaica. Because unlike Montego Bay and Ocho Race that has been played out, Port Antonio is still fresh. A lot of people still never come to Port Antonio yet and ready to come to Port Antonio. So no bother with the foolishness. 876-804-7072. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. We are live on Caribbean Radio, 97.9 HD4. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Colin, good evening and great program.
Thank you very much.
I have to share with you my disappointment and how disheartened I feel about the current state of the Jamaican politics. You know, everything. No one can say they did not know the PNP's position because they made it clear. No Jamaican should say they did not know the policies of the Jamaican Labour Party because it was made clear. Every day for years, bloggers have been laying bare the situation affecting Jamaica, how the government has been operating, how the Jamaica Constabulary Force has been operating, everything across the board. There are so many videos of what is happening in the healthcare system, what is happening in education, what is happening in law enforcement. So no one has that excuse. That cannot be used. So many vloggers, you go from Wayne Lonesome, your show, Mystic Sensation, Jeffrey, Andre Stevens, every day. There were Jamaican callers, there was a bombardment, ABR TV, of what is happening and giving them a choice to say, listen, here you have two political parties. This one is offering that one is offering that. You have to make an informed decision. And everybody was talking just to educate and edify the voters, to help them to make informed decisions about their lives. They allowed themselves to be bought. Those who sabotage the PNP by not showing up in their divisions on election day, those who sold their votes for whatever money they sold their votes for. How much of that money is left right now? Can they send their children to school? You know? Can they go down to the hospital and get proper health care? Is the roads? I saw, I think it was in Nikisha's constituency, where taximen were protesting. They want roads now. Why didn't you protest when you had the former member of parliament, Homer Davis, there?
But
why didn't you protest to have the road?
At least them vote him out. And he's
but here's the thing, they weren't protesting about it. They were protesting because she became member of parliament and they wanted it done now. And I'm like, okay, so you're protesting the member of parliament, but she has to make her advocacy to the government. Who is the government? It's the Jamaica Labour Party. So them protesting still is an indictment on the government. And they are so slow to see that. It's an indictment on the government. And when I hear people saying, and here is the thank you that Andrew threw in the faces of those people that dared to vote for them. Of 35 seats that he has, 30 are ministers of government, parliamentary secretaries, or ministers of state. So you know what he said to them? screw you. I'm going to make sure we're well paid. We told you who we were. You did not believe us. So to hell with you. Whether you have good hospitals, that's on you. Whether you have good education system, that's on you. Because you did not believe us when we said to you, we showed you that we really didn't care about you. So that is the thanks that he has given to them. Almost what? Over $700 billion worth of salaries for 30 people.
700 million.
30 people.
700 million. So it's about $1 billion because
$700 million.
That calculation do involve the perks and the concession
that is straight salary.
And the allowances. Salary. Yeah, so it's about $1 billion.
Exactly.
But Carla,
Colin,
it is sad that you have a lot of Jamaicans who don't understand the political system. And as I was mentioning that young lady I saw on the internet this morning, that they even feel emboldened that when they don't know about politics, they want to go on social media and talk about politics, because if me don't know about politics, I don't know, because most people don't know. You understand? Right. And if we don't start ensuring that our people are educated, because I heard a man say the other day that in a democracy, if you can't read and write, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. Because a democracy, the system of a democracy is a system that the people must be informed to make an informed decision. And what we have in Jamaica is that people are not informed, so they just vote because of diehardedness or who take money for vote and who take money not to vote. And then you have the silent majority who claims that they are the educated set, who say that then politics not do nothing for them. You are the biggest set of fools in this country. You are the biggest set of dunce in this country who say politics not do nothing for me and politics not have nothing to do with me. I mean, now vote. You are a dunce. You are a fool.
But very good point you made there. There was this young lady who was standing 10 toes down and saying with her full chest all her dunceness when she took on what MP Nikisha Burchell said. And Nikisha Burchell is correct. Homer Davis is no longer the member of parliament. Therefore, he should not be making any claims to any government projects in the constituency. What she used to try to justify her ignorance was Dr. Horton and Nikisha doing a CXC marathon program to benefit students. That has nothing to do with the MP. He did not have to be invited to that project. If the education system was working effectively, they would not have had to do that. Exactly. And she's so slow, she didn't even see that. And then she's using another project that she did with the counselor to help this indigent person. And if the social programs were working as they should, they would not have had to do that. And she did not have to invite the MP to do anything there, because
those
it was
weren't
a community project.
Those weren't government projects.
They were not government projects.
Those were projects initiated by them.
Exactly. And and the thing is, for her to be saying it with her full chest, like,
God.
all I could see was her balance. And I'm like, how can you be so dunce? And she was like, I have a degree in politics. I don't know about having a degree in politics. I know having a degree in political science and social sciences. That's a totally different thing. But I don't recall anybody having a degree in politics. Political science. We need to stop with the foolishness. It's political science.
Yes.
And when they come, and then she said, what made it worse? She said her father worked with Hugh Shearer.
Oh, God. Yes, I heard.
I mean, come on. Don't go there with that. So it doesn't make her qualified to dismiss what Nikisha was saying, even though Nikisha Burchell is correct. And she's standing 10 toes down, spreading misinformation to people who don't know Colin. And that is the problem that we're having. And that is one of the reasons I love the fact that Isaac Buchanan is in the parliament. Yes. Because Jamaicans can see themselves in him.
Yes.
And he sees himself in them. And education is a must. There's a time in the PNP when
somebody's
going to group meetings.
Somebody's reminding you that the young lady said she said a politics degree. She have a politics degree. But it's still not a politics degree. It's a degree in political science.
Politics degree or degree. Yes, it's something like that. It's a degree in politics, something like that. And I thought to myself, there she goes with her nonsense, and then people might hear her and say, "Oh, yes, somebody with a politics degree," and not knowing this girl is full of crap. What she's saying is she has not reasoned the thing out to a logical conclusion. She's just talking because she has a mouth, and she thinks she was going to quote own Nikisha Bircher. When Nikisha Bircher was speaking facts, they're trying to, and this is what I don't understand. Because
finish
the
up,
Prime
Carla.
Minister
Let me give somebody else a chance. Go ahead, finish up. Let me give somebody
I'm
else
going
a
to finish
chance.
now. Yeah. The Prime Minister made a speech in the Parliament, and that is what is fueling them now. When he talked about badmanism and government must continue. Government projects go through members of Parliament, and there has to be a serious education and civic.
Hold on, because one dunce in the chat room. One dunce in the chat room. Him same name, no evil to Portland. You're a dunce. Colin, didn't you hear him say no? Colin, didn't you impose yourself on a project done in Portland even when Warmington told you to go? Brother, that was not a project. The Minister of Works, who my tax money pay, come look on the roads in a Portland to see what can be done. And I, as a citizen of this country, chose to be there. It was a public tour, you dunce. And therefore, as any citizen, we had a right to stand up and look. Finish up, Carla.
Yeah, the truth is, Colin, this is 2025, and the politics being in the gutter as it is. Andrew talks about what his legacy is going to be. History is writing his legacy right now, and it's not going to be a pretty one. Well, the way we talk about Michael Manley, he will never get that kind of celebration of a leader. He will never get that.
What has
His name
Andrew
will
come with?
Always have an asterisk beside it.
What has he come with? What are the institutions that they have built? Thank you, Carla. We talk again.
God bless and have a good evening, Colin.
When you're talking about great politicians, them have to come with institution, legacies that will last, like Michael Mann, the legacy of the housing trust. Every house that Andrew speaks about that built through the housing trust, you have to remember that that is Michael Manley's legacy. Everything that they do to GSF, TEF, those are legacies of PJ Patterson. Yeah? So therefore, Andrew Holness not in a Michael Manley class. Don't even think about it. Don't do it. It not then nowhere close. 876-804-7072. You're listening to the Colin Bell Show live on Caribbean Radio 97.9 HD4. I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Portland Spice TV at YouTube. Check it out. Normally, when we're done them show, we have them on the channel so you can go back and watch. And of course, we have a whole heap of informative pieces on Portland Spice TV that when you have the time and you're out of range, you can check out my YouTube channel. But right now, you need to download the Caribbean Radio HD. There's the app. You can download it to your phone so you can take Caribbean Radio with you wherever you go. You can call me straight or you can call me on WhatsApp. No evil. I am happy that you're over here, that we can teach you things that you never even think that you would learn. Yeah? Warmington was not in Portland on any project. He was out here looking to see on an invitation by the MP to show him the bad roads. Yeah? And to make plans to fix them. Every parliamentarian gets some of my tax dollars. Maybe you're not paying a tax. Maybe you don't even vote. Yeah? So, when politicians come out on tours or public tours, it is our money that they are spending. Come out with civil servants from the National Works Agency. Civil servants who are paid by our tax dollars. Yeah? So, you're not really very smart. But also we know that politics blind you. But this is the place where we want to teach all who don't understand politics. So that young lady that we saw this morning talking about the shadow cabinet going cost $1 billion. My girl, the shadow cabinet costs zero. No member of the shadow cabinet is paid to do that kind of work. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show, live on Caribbean Radio 97.9 HD4. Go ahead. Hello?
Yeah, the person in the chat that you're referring to just now is not that he doesn't vote. Those are people who sell their votes. They don't understand politics. They know nothing at all. They're not interested in informing themselves. They don't read. So that is an example of the person who sold his vote, and maybe his vote was only $5,000 one night's dinner. So just give them a break, Colin. They're sick stomach. They are sick stomach people. Sell votes. And they're going to sell themselves to hell and to Andrew Olness.
All right, Colin.
That is the problem. Set at dawns. Bless up yourself, Colin.
Bless up. Bless up. Let me tell you this. There is a book called Civics for Young Jamaica, and it's a whole book. Because I am an elderly man. And when I was going to primary school and all-age school, because when I go to school, we did have all-age school. There was a book called Civics for Young Jamaican that tells you how the upper house and the lower house, all of them kind of thing there. I think it would be a good read for those of you who did not do civics in school and want to participate in this heavy political discussion. But also, right here on this show, the Colin Bell Show, we are willing and able to answer most of your questions as it relates to politics. Not all, because we don't claim to be the well of all information. But we have a very good grasp of the whole political situation in Jamaica. Turn off the instrument in your background. 804-7072 or 305-654-7944. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Colin. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm in New Mexico, even though I'm a Jamaican. I live in Georgia and I travel for work as a medical professional. And I have a master's in healthcare law. Doesn't make me know the whole extent of the law.
True.
Okay. So number one, when people start talking about them have a degree in politics, a lot of people they only did flashcards, and the thing about it that's blinding these people in Jamaica is the fact that their party preference. It doesn't matter if they did it in school, they did not retain it because labor rights are blind them. That's what it is. A lot of these people, if they only sat down and they put pen to paper, and even if them Google certain things. Google is so accentuated now that you can Google a lot of stuff about Jamaica and you will get it. AI will tell you a lot of stuff about Jamaica. It is there. They don't want to know, Colin.
That is true.
They don't want the information.
That is the point. A lot of them don't want to know the truth. And hold on.
Exactly.
Hold on. Can I tell you something? I was relieved of duty at Styles because you know why? Because I speak the truth. It is the truth that I speak. Why some people threaten the operators of Styles FM, you know. Because they can't sue me because me I talk the truth. They can't challenge me because me I talk the truth. So therefore them say get him off of the year. But what did they do? See where they are now with on Caribbean Radio. Larger and broader. With YouTube channel large and broad. So what they did then is ensure that more people listen. So the truth, you're correct. Some people do not want to know the truth.
The truth.
Big argument.
And them spread lies because it makes them comfortable in the fact that them sell out, them vote, them accept nepotism, them accept cronyism, them accept thief, them accept the people that were corrupt, them accept people who take billions of dollars from Jamaican taxpayers' money and cannot give an account for it. Colin, let me tell you something. I am sick and tired of Jamaicans. Not everybody, but I'm sick. Us in the diaspora is more concerned about that darn country than they do. Because we are over here, we are reading, we're seeing all this stuff. We're not talking about propaganda, or we're talking about stuff that we're hearing on YouTube and we're hearing on TikTok. We're talking about documentation that is there. That is there. That was gotten off the Jamaican website, the .coms and the EDUs. They're documentation.
But
documentation.
They don't want to know.
They don't want to know.
Don't tell me.
How can you celebrate and accept a wife in the parliament as Speaker of the House? I asked a question the other night on another platform. Something tables and Juliet Owen's husband name night.
Go
Is
again.
he going to table it? Ask yourself that question.
If what?
If something comes up in the parliament where our husband and our friend them name in it, and they are and it's a negative connotation, is he going to table it and let the Jamaican people know?
Earlier this evening on this show, I said to somebody that there are 4 ruling from the Integrity Commission now in front of the parliament. And the person was saying that Juliet is under investigation. And I said to the person, no. And why I could say no, because when the Prime Minister, when that ruling on the Prime Minister came to the parliament, they did not send it to the Speaker of the House. They sent it to the Deputy Speaker. So if something come with the Prime Minister name on it, it's not going to go to Juliet from the Integrity Commission. It would go to the Deputy Speaker, the Clerk of the House, and the President of the Senate. So once you see...
But look at how they stacked it up, Colin. Come on now. Look at how they stacked the parliament. You think they stacked it with anybody that's going to go against them or anybody that's integral?
No, it is pure cronyism and nepotism and corruption and all of that kind of thing.
I don't care if them send it to the secretary. I don't care if them send it to the
But they have to table it.
Nobody's going to see it.
No, they have to table it. Because remember, when Dalrymple Philibert was Speaker of the House, she tried to change the law. To change the convention. Because there was a convention that once a ruling from the Integrity Commission comes to the parliament, it would be tabled as early as possible. Because the people that was under investigation for illicit enrichment between Marissa Dalrymple Philibert and Juliet Owen's, they tried to stall that. The opposition would not have it. And they had to revert to what the convention was, that as soon as these things come to the parliament, they are tabled. So that's where they are now.
But Colin, I hear what you're saying, but you're going to find ways around it.
No,
the last time when they had let something, the last report that was in parliament to be tabled, and what them do? Lock down parliament.
Yeah, man, but it's still off the table. So you see this one here, what did they know? The 4 that is there, next week, Tuesday. They are going, I don't know if they more table them in the Senate, because I don't know if the Senate is going to sit on Friday, but next week, Tuesday, we're going to have a sitting of the parliament, and we expect those to be tabled so we can know what is in those 4 indicative ruling from the Integrity Commission. But caller, hold on for me. Hold the line. Hello, good evening. Hold the line for me. Let me just thank all the people on Caribbean Radio 97.9 HD4 for listening. Thanks to all the people in the chat room. Big up on yourself. Yeah, of course, we're not going to be on Caribbean Radio tomorrow evening. As of, I think, this week. Our bro Gary just let me know if we are going to be on tomorrow evening. I think as of this week, we are going to only be on Caribbean Radio on a Tuesday. But tomorrow evening, we'll be here on Portland Spice TV. So thanks, Caribbean Radio. Go ahead, caller. Hello?
Colin.
Yes, caller, go ahead.
Evening, sir.
Yeah, man.
I heard you talk something about maybe some family member or some friend about some assistance to pay some school fee.
Yes. A relative of mine. Let me thank the people on TikTok too. We're leaving TikTok now, here. Bless upon yourself. A relative of mine, after the election, reached out to me, asking me for assistance with school fee.
Right.
She's going to university. And when I looked, she sent me a message on WhatsApp. And when I look at her DP on WhatsApp, she had on her GLP shirt. And I wonder to myself that I wonder if she did listen and hear PNP say, any PNP win, the first in the family to articulate to college or university will get a full scholarship. You know? So I really had an issue with her reaching out to me and extending our GLP preferences.
But what did she tell you?
She said she never knew.
You know what I tell you?
Yes, Pringle.
How many times they tell you that whole heap of people don't know PNP policy?
But me not believe her. But me not believe her, Pringle.
How do you mean you not believe her?
Then, Pringle.
You know how much people in this country know PNP policy?
Hold on the Pringle. Let me ask you something. If me are your granduncle and you are look to me for help and me have a show like this, you tell me say you know listen to my watch my show, you know listen to my show? Then if you don't listen to me show, then just like the caller said a while ago, a lot of these people just don't want to know.
And a lot of people don't know.
That might be true too, you know. Because I have said to the party from time to time that we should use town cry. Send around town cries in the areas to put out our policies and our plans. You know, but some people do it, some don't.
Anyway, listen to me. You see, as long as you live,
yeah,
and as long as me live, no other party will ever form government of Jamaica.
Pringle me now buy that.
And all you know talk about have 25 seats. It's like when you did have the 15, they can't do nothing.
Can't do nothing for true. The 20 is 28.
Do anything he want the same way and worse.
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes.
Me not got the time to talk to you right now. Because the people have said both parties are almost the same team. Which they are not. PNP a little bit better. But this country and this PNP party start decay by PJ Patterson. When Patterson are going to retire and go in a parliament, finish the argument for me.
Me no remember.
Go say in pension. You remember that?
No, but I think that was a good thing, you know, Pringle, when him saying pension going to be the same as his salary.
Well, let me tell you, me not no problem with that. But if he did say the same thing to civil servant, police, teacher, and everything, I would have support him.
No, and let me tell you something.
But he only beat himself.
No, but let me tell you something. I now see the sense in what PJ did, and let me tell you why. When you look at the present Prime Minister, what he's doing, oh, he's hustling and juggling while being a Prime Minister, and that's why I'm in so much trouble. No Prime Minister should be hustling and juggling and doing any other personal business while being Prime Minister. And that is why PJ said your pension will be just as your salary. So when you're left and you never go make the additional money them, you are still taken care of as a former Prime Minister. I agree with what PJ did.
So may I ask you a question? What happened to the teacher and the policeman and everybody where they don't get no good pay?
Let me tell you the difference. Let me tell you the difference. No, the country couldn't afford that. It is one Prime Minister, hundreds of thousands of civil servants.
Yes.
So that would not be feasible.
Anything them want to do, them can do it. Listen to this again.
Yeah.
When they have the budget debate 1 year, right?
Yeah.
And the Prime Minister put $800 much for a weekly salary, right?
Yeah.
The opposition couldn't say, hell no, I'll do an election here. They couldn't say not like that. They don't support it.
When they put $800 on the is $800 then put on?
How much then they put on for his salary?
800 or 1,000. Something like between either 800 or 1,000.
Whether 800 or 1,000. Even 2,000. They could say they don't support it.
And do what?
After them take 200% increase, them could say, the opposition could say they don't support it.
They don't support so what? They shouldn't put on the money upon the civil servant something?
Could they put on more?
But you have to remember, Pringle, that was a budget debate and the Prime Minister, after the Prime Minister spoke, the only person who spoke after that was the Minister of Finance.
Anyway, people watch very little things.
But if those are the things, Pringle,
yeah.
If those are the things that will make PNP never come back to power, then GLP should have never come back to power either.
Yeah, Bible man, read Leviticus.
Leviticus what?
I tell you about your leader and where Father God said about your leader, you have to support him and read it. I will tell you about governments and leaders.
All right, sir. I will look for it. Thank you.
And then you examine the truth and how things you can understand.
And look at the situation.
Mm-hmm.
The PNP will win the next parliamentary election in Jamaica.
No party will never win another election in Jamaica.
So you say we're going to a dictatorship?
Yeah, you don't know that. You know, see that long time for the first time, and the whole expect people sign letter when they know the money.
Well.
People are signing letter and they don't know the money.
Then I'm not date, never depend it. Undated letters. Thank you, Pringle. Thank you very much, sir. Blessings. Why, I don't like hear that kind of argument there, no. Seriously. Yeah, caller, thanks for holding.
Hello.
Yeah, man. Finish up.
Yes, Colin.
Yeah, man, finish up.
So I'm going to address this guy just now that just spoke about the minimum wage and the $1,000 that was added to the salary. So this is what I am saying. We know that Jamaica has monies in the budget that they use to spread across, right? So listen to my argument now. What Mark Golding said when he was going to raise the tax threshold, it was going to benefit civil servants, nurses, and everybody. Yes. Because they could not afford to add the amount of money that people wanted to hear on their salaries, because people would have gotten sent home. Businesses would have raised their costs. Things would have happened to affect the country on a whole. Yeah. People only see things from one eye. They're not seeing the calculation of economics across the board. No, I am not an economic person, and I'm not an economical scholar, but I know about practicality. And the practicality is people are wanting the government to put $5,000, $3,000, $10,000, $15,000 on mere salaries. It doesn't work. The best thing that would have worked for Jamaica was what Mark Golding had proposed, to raise the tax threshold. That means if you're getting $16,000 every week or every 2 weeks and you're not taxed, you're bringing home the whole $16,000.
Yeah, but they are not taxed right now, though.
But they're not. You see what I'm saying? And if you're making $35,000 or $50,000 and you bring home the whole $50,000, you're not taxed at all.
Yeah. That is true.
So that was a better plan than people saying, put on 1,000 here, put on 2,000 here, put on 3,000 there. Because it wouldn't work.
It was a good plan. But one thing we need to remember, and I keep saying to people, any country that the minimum wage is high and you have big bills like, and you have big bills like $1,000 bill, $2,000 bill, and $5,000 bill, it tells you that the economy is not good.
It's bad. Exactly.
Just understand that. Look at the countries that have good economy. They have small notes.
Small bills.
Yeah. They don't have $1,000 and $2,000 and $5,000. When you hear the Prime Minister said he's going to increase minimum wage to $32,000, it means that the economy is going to crash.
It's going to crash. Mr. Chin now go pay nobody $32,000 for coming in to work.
But not just that. Not just that. What $16,000 can buy now? Mark this down.
$32,000 will not be able to buy it.
Any day minimum wage reach $32,000, I cannot buy it. Because I am telling you now from experience, go research this. What the $6,500 could buy in 2016, $16,000 cannot buy it now.
But Colin, people don't, you don't need to go to university to know this. If you are telling Mr. Chin, or you're telling the nurse, or you're telling everybody that you need to pay the people this amount of money, I have to raise my product so that I have the funds to pay you.
Well, I did a TikTok video that says anytime minimum wage reach $32,000, a big deal at KFC's price is going to be double. But Carla, let me thank you here. We'll talk again.
Yeah.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. You see, there are some simple mathematics that if we just look upon it, we can understand the whole thing. It's not difficult to understand. Some people want to make it difficult, but it is not. Let me thank everybody this evening. Tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock, our special guest will be the brand new Member of Parliament and Shadow Minister for Youth and Justice. No, for Youth and Human Rights. Comrade Isaac Buchanan will be our very special guest tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. Remember, the program starts at 4, but Isaac is going to be on at 5. Don't miss it. Share it. Tell everybody about it. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening, Colin Bell saying peace, one love.